All right, what is up, YouTube? So, I did a video, I don't know, quite a few months back on the Honda Rubicon and Rancher accessories. This is a 2023 Honda Rubicon. That is a 2022 Honda Rancher. We added some stuff. Pretty sure I'm done adding now, so I'm going to do a full accessory overview of, I'm not saying these are must have, but just what I have and what I think are must haves. Obviously, everyone has their own style of riding and things that they think they have. So I'll go through, I'll do the best to remember where I got everything. So we're going to start with the Rancher because that doesn't have as much stuff, and then the stuff sitting on the back box is what I carry in my box. So as you can see, there's a RAM mount for your phone on it. I got that through Amazon. Both four-wheelers have that. And then also mirrors as well. We do a lot of down in Hatfield and McCoy road riding, so comes in handy to see if there's traffic behind you. This is from Amazon. My wife has very, very small hands, and to operate the thumb throttle all the time killed her thumb, so this we got off Amazon. Kilo pin, I forget what the company's name is, but they made it. You can find it on Amazon. It's basically a twist throttle, and if you don't want to use it and you want to use a thumb throttle, if you're going through some rough rocky areas, you can flip this up and use the thumb throttle. So that is on hers as well. It also has LED headlights up front. You can see the one. And then this is a black bore box from Amazon as well. It's a very, very good box. It's a little pricey. Mine's very, very cheap. And then hers has a long haul fuel tank on it. Also got through Amazon. It's 1.6 gallons, I believe. So that pretty much also, she has factory tire size ITP mud lights on hers, and they have probably about 1,100 miles on them, and they've held up pretty good, and that was with a decent amount of road riding as well. So that sums up, I believe, everything for the Rancher. Hers is not as heavily accessorized as mine. Now we'll move to mine. So this box was a cheapy eBay box. I also have a long haul fuel tank as well. Some of the stuff I carry with me, I have wire connectors in here. I usually have a tool bag. It's not in here at the time. I have a decent tow rope, a secondary tow rope. I have an air compressor I carry with me. It's come in handy a lot. This stuff is it's a little beat up, but it's flat out. It's infused with Kevlar. It's like fix-a-flat stuff. I have a tire pressure gauge. This is a winch strap that you can throw around a tree to winch you out of a situation. And then obviously this is a must-have accessory. This is a tire plug kit. It's come in handy quite a bit. We've used it quite a bit. Not so much since we got rid of the factory tires and went with the ITP tires, because mine also has a different brand of ITP tires. This is very dusty and dirty, but these are extra fuses, just in case a fuse ever blows out. And then these are the body pins or push pins, whatever you want to call them, that are pretty much on both four-wheelers, just in case. Had to use them a few times here and there. So that sums up what is in the back of box on mine. I do think the air compressor and the tire kit here, plug kit, is a must-have. If you go riding, at some point in time you will get holes in your tire. Also, I have a hitch receiver on here. I got that through Amazon. That comes in handy because I have that, which I also got on Amazon. That's a rear carrier. When we go camping, I just slide that in there and I can load more stuff on it. These shock covers, they're very, very filthy. They say Rubicon on them. Got them just because they match the four-wheeler, and why not? They look pretty neat. Those I got off of eBay. I forgot here too. This was Amazon. Harbor Freight, Amazon, and I don't remember where I got them, and my long haul fuel tank was also through Amazon as well. Before I forget, if you can see up in there, there's a plug. I have onboard chargers on both from Genco. I also got through Amazon. So I can, if they sit over the winter, I can plug them in and it tends the battery. Now, most people will say that's not a necessary accessory. I say it is. These DCT transmissions, if you don't ride them for long periods of time, it requires not a dead battery or a going out battery to shift them. It requires a very well maintained battery. I have not heard it with the four-wheelers, but the Honda Talons, I've heard some things about people that have too many accessories on them. It really draws the battery down, and then the DCT has issues shifting from it. Now, four-wheelers, you're not mostly going to run heavily accessorized stuff. Like you get into side-by-sides, you have stereos, lights, whip lights, rock lights, LED strips, all kinds of stuff. So they obviously draw down the battery some. But I did get them on there. Keeps the battery around longer. You don't have to buy a battery. So I do. It's Genco. I have them in both, the Rubicon and the Rancher as well. So moving on, I showed you the shock covers. They're on the front and rear. These are also ITP. Now these are Mudlite XLs, so it has a much more aggressive tread pattern. I love them for mud. We're about to get hammered with a snowstorm here shortly, so see how they do in the snow. I do some coal. They're okay, not the best in my opinion for coal. It works, but I don't know. Jury's still out on that one. So these are 27-inch tires. So I went 2 sizes up. The 28s, I can't remember anymore. I'm sorry, they're 26s. Yeah, I went 1 size up from the factory. Factory tires on these are 25. So these are 26-inch tires. And instead of the fronts being narrow like they come from the factory, they are both 10 inches wide. So the fronts are also the same as the rears. So no complaints with these. Work really, really well. No holes in them. The factory tires, I've said in a lot of videos, I'll say again, are junk 4-ply tires. Got nothing but holes in them when I rode down at Hatfield and McCoy. So moving on, I have my ram mount. I also have my own mirrors. I also have my winch controller here, which I'll go over in a second. That pretty much covers. Oh, and I forgot I also have Odie grips you can get off Amazon and most other ATV places, I believe. VPS, Vessel Power Sports have them. High Lifter has them. Almost everywhere has them. I hate the factory grips. These are wonderful. Nothing. They're starting to get a little worn down there. But I have close to 1,200 miles on this unit. So I've ridden quite a lot with it. So that covers everything up at the console there. Moving on, like I said, I also have the front shock covers there. And then on my winch is a 3,500 pound Badland winch from Harbor Freight. I've used it quite a lot. Had 0 issues with it. I did not put the synthetic rope on it yet because the cable works just fine. Winch, again, in my opinion, is a must-have accessory. Just good to have. If you ever get stuck or someone you're riding with gets stuck, it's good to get you out of a situation. I've used it a lot. It's a great tool to have. There's a whole bunch of winches out there. I know Honda uses Warren winches on most of their stuff. Heard nothing good things about them as well. Also with the winch, I got a KFI bracket. It accepted the Badland winch, so that's how all that works. All I needed was a KFI bracket, Badland winch. Comes with a winch controller. It also comes with you can plug it in. It's down on my right fender. You can walk it out. It's a long cord if you need to, be off your machine to use it. So that pretty much covers that. The last two things that I have is up front here, and I'll turn it on. I used a recent video before this one goes over the light installation. My third headlight, I put an LED in there, and then obviously these are from Hayes Fabs from High Lifter. I got the full LED lights on here. That's not a must-have, that's a preference, but they do work. Pretty amazing, and it definitely increases visibility. So definitely worth it if you have issues seeing. Definitely increased visibility. So the last thing that I believe I got, I hope I'm not leaving anything out here. As you can see, my A-arm guards are metal. I have full skid plates. I have rear A-arm guards, underbelly. You can see it sticking up over here. I mean, it's got full skids on it. That I got through Ricochet. There's a couple different companies that make them. Did I get it through Ricochet? No. Ricochet is a company that makes them. Iron Baltic. I apologize. Ricochet was a company I was going to go with. Iron Baltic, I believe, was a little bit cheaper with a full kit. Ricochet, you could get powder coated. Now, these don't come powder coated. I got these powder coated. My buddy runs a powder coating business, so these did not come from the factory powder coated. I got them powder coated. Ricochet, I believe you can get powder coated red and black. Pretty sure. The factory skid plates, having issues with hers. Her rear one's held up with zip ties now. It's plastic. It's not very strong. Needless to say, if you bash it off, catch it right with a rock, you won't have one. I think it was like the second time I rode this when one A-arm guard got ripped off. And it was plastic. So I do a lot of the leading in almost all the rides we go. Whether it's just her and I or a whole bunch of people, I usually lead. I use the Onyx off-road app. But because I'm leading, I tend to go first, and sometimes you don't know exactly what you're going into. I bottomed out, I caught a rock, and it bent my rear sway bar mount. And after that, I said, well, I don't want to deal with this anymore. So I got full skid plates. They're very pricey. I think $600 is what I paid for, like $695 after taxes and shipping. But it's well worth it. I don't have to worry about hitting anything and ripping anything off. Now, if I run something over, I have nothing to worry about. I had zero issues with it. I had it on for about a year now. Yeah, put it on around last Christmas, and I've had zero issues with it. So that's not a must-have. You can get away with it. I just like it. It protects my boots better, my axles, everything. So for me, it just gives me peace of mind. So I think that pretty much sums up everything. Like I said, I have about 1,200 miles on this unit, 1,100 miles on this unit. We have another Hatfield and McCoy trip planned in September. I'll probably do a 1,500 mile review, and then when we come back from Hatfield and McCoy, I'll probably have over 2,000 miles on them then, and I'll do a 2,000 mile review. Let you know any parts that wore out on it. I will have to do brakes probably before we go on the front. Maybe, definitely when we get back. But so far I've had zero issues with these machines. The last thing I will show you. So all the stuff I do for maintenance, I go through motorsports.com. As you can see, there's a few of their stickers here because they send them with every box you get. They have aftermarket parts, but they also have all your OEM parts. And this is the Iron Baltic sticker that came with the skid plates. So like all my oil filters I get through Motorsports. This is for air filter housing box, the seal that goes around the top of your air filter. And then these are just random things. I mean, obviously they come with, these are used spark plugs that I just replaced, but you get the same NGK plugs from Motorsports. You can get that's the spring for the oil filter. When you pull your oil filter out, these are all the O-rings that go on your oil filter. Again, you don't have to replace them every oil change. I tend to. There's crush washers in there as well. the O-ring for your dipstick I have also, and then spare drain plug just in case, more crush washers for your drain plugs. There's different assortments of gaskets and O-rings in there for your drain plugs and vent on your front and rear diffs. I like Motorsports because you literally bring up a parts manual. It's all OEM from Honda parts, and you can click on whatever you want. If I can slide back here, I have printout and my part number referencing. So as you can tell, this is you know, gives you the part numbers: your washer, seal, air cleaner, bolt, drain, O-ring, and then these are some of your breakdowns that you can print off on their websites for the front brake calipers, and it gives you a part list breakdown of what you need if you're doing brakes and you run into something. Rear brake caliper, and then all the parts that come with it. So I really love that website. It's motorsports.com. I have nothing but good things to say about them. But then you have your own parts diagram. You do your own work. And then this is just all order history. I get my air filters through them. And then you have all the part numbers that you need. Whoops. So, like I said, it's a great thing. I really enjoy it. And then that's for the Rancher. This is for the Rubicon. So, same thing. So I have nothing but good things to say about motorsports.com. So if you have a Rubicon or a Rancher and you're looking to obviously do the maintenance on it, that's where I go to for my oil filter parts, gasket seals, air filters, all of that stuff. I also use all the factory fluids. That's the gear oil. You can get that on Amazon. Coolant. You can get that on Amazon, and then back there is the engine oil that I use. I use all pretty much genuine Honda parts and lubricants for these. So yeah, that's pretty much an overview on my accessories and a little tidbit on motorsports.com. Big fan of them. Their shipping's very fast. They've never sent me the wrong stuff, and everything's OEM. So you can go with whatever you want. I know they have Can-Am oil filters and air filters and all that stuff, but I like using the OEM stuff. So I hope this video helps. These are just the accessories that I added since I've had both the Rancher and the Rubicon, and I have nothing but good things to say. So I will also say the storage boxes are a must too, because storage does suck on these. If you have them, you know what I mean. So hope this video helps. I hope I remembered where everything came from and I went over all that. I don't remember the prices for everything. So till next time.